What you don't know about branding can be working against you and actually hurting your business. What am I talking about? I'm talking about business owners who will go out and they'll have a logo done by a designer for really cheap. Or they'll name their business something that is really not effective but they have some emotional attachment to. But these are just elements of a brand, so they're symptoms of a larger problem. I was having a conversation this morning with a business owner and he asked me what I thought of his logo. Always a dangerous move. The fact is I don't give my opinions on logos or names of companies because my opinion is actually irrelevant. What I tell him is there's a process involved that evaluates and that turns out a successful end result. So when we do a logo process, it's a process that yields a certain result that works. It's not a certain genius that I would come up with that would establish a great logo. I'm just not that much of a genius. So when he asked me to look at his logo, I told him he wasn't gonna like the answer I was gonna give him. He thought I was gonna rip it to shreds. But no, I started teaching him on what makes a great logo. And even after I got done explaining this, hoping he would understand what I was getting at, he proceeded to defend his choice of the logo and how he uses it in so many places and how it's on his business cards and it's on his website and it's on his ads. Look, I get it. You shell out a lot of money to put your logo on things. I get it. But just because you have a plan in place that you've been following doesn't mean a bad plan is gonna yield good results. The fact is, we buy an emotion and then we back it up with logic. He was attached to the logo. He had been using it for years. He was used to it. His customers were used to it. But that doesn't mean it's good. It just means he's used to it. The bigger problem here is that a logo does not make a brand. A logo is an element of a brand. So we needed to take into account so many other things. And I tried to explain that to him, but sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. So as I explained to him about logo being an element of branding, and the name being an element of branding, and the colors you use, and the typefaces you use, and the way you talk, the language, everything goes into making the experience that is the brand. I was trying to get him to connect the dots, but it didn't seem to work. That's okay. Hopefully one day he'll get it. The takeaway here is try not to get emotional about what you've already done. If it's not serving you well, if it's not effective in your business, then you need to take a different route. You need to get some professional help, somebody who knows what they're doing in order to build you a cohesive brand that is successful and gets a good result for your business. It may hurt a little bit in the pocketbook because you'll have to change a bunch of things, but it'll be worth it in the end as your brand gains value for your company.